Boring!
Really? You do that? No, really, it's all right. We want to do everything we can for the
Yes, and to be complete...
Oh? What happened? Did Paimon miss...
Hello, you two. Lessig was just
Perhaps you should allow me to... I'm afraid it was... To be precise, I saw a most exquisite water orb at the entrance of the domain. It reminded me of an astral. I was curious if it could rotate, so I reached out. Little did I know that it was the core of this entire domain. What I mean to say...
It's not just your fault. I failed in my responsibilities as... Oh! You mean the big ball of water at the end? Yes, that's the one. Anyway, after giving it some thought, but we were concerned he wouldn't be able to handle it all alone.
But don't be mistaken. I'm not doing this out of the kindness.
Oh! I don't think anyone's buying that. Right. You better not...
Either way, Lessig is going to be in charge of making lunch for everyone today.
Yes, I'll try, but I'm not sure if my skills will prove satisfactory.
What was that?
No, I mean, thanks everyone for giving me a chance to redeem myself. I can already feel new...
Very good. But you should conserve your strength. Many parts of the domain are still in disrepair, so we have a lot to investigate. Seems Adia has a little more pep in her step after... Now that you three are situated, we can focus on what the rest... I'll go gather the others. We should get ready to leave as soon as possible. And there she goes. Maybe this is how it feels to be in charge. Make my escape.
Useless! Into the wind! One with nature! Time to go!
Where are we going now? We're going to retrieve the last missing component. My working theory is that the director listed on the sign hasn't.
No detail slips by our general.
What's a director? A director is a kind of job. The director doesn't get out much. He's almost always cooped up in his treehouse making props, but I'm trying to remember. Huh? Hey, don't forget! I believe it's that way. Though he might prefer to be alone. Given he often has to move stage props, I suspect... And having a view of the entire stage would be useful when imagining a production's actual stage flow. So if I were him, I'd probably pick a treehouse over there. But how do you know which direction the theater is in? Simple. The overall layout and decorations look more exciting in that direction. Oh, good point! Why didn't I...
Where did that blasted automation mechanism go? The male actor standees are... who's that?
Yes, Sosimos! 'Tis I, Idia!
This is a surprise. I was sure you'd be...
Curled up in a fetal position, crying to yourself?
Wow, what a fascinating little creature.
The name's Paimon? And no, Paimon's no mind reader. Just call it an educated guess.
It seems everyone shares a similar opinion about you, Idia.
I knew from the start that a managerial role wasn't for me. But I found my...
Mascot? Is that a new role? I don't remember casting you for that.
Okay, enough about me. I'm just here to And that's why we came to see you. Well...
I'm afraid the incident has caused many malfunctions with the stage mechanisms.
Okay, so you're holding the component ransom till we help you fix the mechanisms, huh? No, till we fix the stage. I'd have thought he wants us to make some more props, no?
You're all forgetting that the majority of his work involves writing scripts.
What has gotten into you all? What sort of person do you take me for, Although I was hoping that... you're a big group. I have lots of roles to fill. It would really speed...
A show? I want to help. Can we?
Also, truth be told, I've hit a bit of a road. Suddenly, I got my muse back.
Huh? You mean that story you've been stuck on?
Yes, really. Just give me a little time, and I'll write it all up. In the meantime, I'll leave things to you, Idia.
Whoa. And he's off to write... Zosimos has always wanted to write an epic story about a thief and a mage. Why don't you all take some time for yourselves while I see what...
A director, my friends, is a storyteller. And the key ingredient to every good... The heroine was the missing piece of the puzzle. Well,
Director Zosimos? How do you pronounce this?
Let me see. That's sojourn. It means to stay for a while. This is a very cute moment, so let's make sure that...
Oh, wait! There's another word I don't know here.
It's okay, Klee. We can go through your lines together a few more times after this meeting's over.
That would be most appreciated, Kaya. I had a feeling about you, actually.
You're too kind. It's all in the script.
Oh, you think so? Well, you definitely have a knack for it. I've actually been looking out for someone with your talent. If I make it as a big-time director...
What can I say?
Great. Fantastic. If you need me for anything, I'll be in the big theater, right in the...
Wonder what the theaters are like here. Let's go check it out while everyone's still getting ready.
Into the wind! Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Where did it go? I put it right here.
Hey, Zosimos! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two. Please, come here. Feast your eyes on this stage. I designed it myself.
So, directors have to design the stage too?
Oh, I'm no ordinary director. I take a more...
Sounds like a lot of work.
Edea has her work cut out for her too. Well, she just says what she thinks. You don't know how to write But even though she's my harshest, I'm very grateful to her.
So, what did you do?
Like I said, from a young age, every time I came home after a show, I'd go over the story again and again. Unfortunately, I couldn't offer much beyond my practical skills, so I ended up spending most of my time as a prop designer and doing a bit of set design on the side. Don't get me wrong, I do love building the set, but nothing satisfies me more than
No wonder you only wrote director on the sign.
Exactly. You're not doing a great job of convincing. By the way, could I ask you for your help with something? I'm having trouble finding the master script, and I'll need it shortly.
The one you only just finished writing? You lost it already?
Yeah. After I handed everyone their copies, I held on to my master copy while I was checking on everything around the... If it's not here, then it might... But...
No problem.
One with nature.
Whoa! Look at all these books! Now, where's the master script? Oh, it sounds like a water droplet is on the second floor! Let's go have a look! Wow. Looks like the water droplet has been managing them for the director. Most of them look like... then it should be the one that's finished. This is the only script that fits the bill. Let's go give it to Director Zosimos! Zosimos, we got your script!
Thank you. That's a huge help. I'm running out of time here. Anyway, the stage is secondary. The performance is what really matters.
You don't sound very confident.
It's true. I realize now that even if you have the same actors performing on the same stage, the performance will be slightly different every time. Okay. One last request. Traveler, you can enter the preprints, yes? The truth is that my sets are composed entirely of preprints. First, I use materials to make the objects. Now, of course, preprints are really meant for making objects to furnish the domain. But Edea said that if this is what...
So that's what you meant.
I'd like the Traveler to go into the preprint set, and the reason is...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. If you're busy directing, moving the props, and operating...
Yes. I know that I'm no master playwright, but still. Even if it really is a half-baked script, with shoddy writing and moments of sheer ridiculousness, I'd still like to see it for myself.
Hard to turn a guy down after a speech like that.
Thank you. Genuinely, I'm so grateful. Long, long ago, there was a great thief. He lived in a land where the light did not shine, where all suffered in the darkness.
People call me?
Sorry, Kaya. Directly into the microphone, please. Otherwise your voice'll, you know.
Okay. They call me the Dagger Bandit, but no one sees that I rob the rich and give to the poor. Here in the dark, evildoers run rampant in the shadows, while the good, honest folk stumble blindly on, just trying to find a way through.
As the bandit brooded, suddenly the world was inexplicably changed as a single star appeared on the horizon and flew across the sky. Traveler, stomp on that movement mechanism in front of you.
Light. A brief flash, yet enough to illuminate the world. If I can find the source of that light, I can shine it into the darkness, and the people will suffer in blindness no longer.
Without a moment to spare, he set off to follow the star's course. All the while, the star kept moving through the sky. Traveler, the star kept moving through the sky.
Looks like I have to go through the desert. This could get dangerous.
If everything he'd heard was to be believed, the desert ahead was a no-man's land filled with horrors. Worse still, the star had landed in the most difficult-to-reach location, surrounded by sheer cliffs. But he was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
The Dagger Bandit trekked deep into the desert wasteland. Yet when he finally arrived at his destination, he found not a fallen star, but a young girl, dressed in white.
How strange. I'm positive this is where the star landed. Young lady, do you know where the light has gone?
The girl replied,
Traveler from afar, the light you seek is only a bottled flame. But the flame has now died, and its light is long gone.
A bottled flame?
Yes, it was a gift from another.
And so, the girl began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The girl hailed from a kingdom that sat atop the waterfalls. But when the reigning dynasty fell and a new one seized power, she and her people fled for their lives. A thick fog began to fill the air as she made her way through the forest, and dense thickets tried to block her path. There is a mechanism down there that you can press to retract the thicket board below the stage.
If I only had a lamp to guide me through this wretched forest, then I could survive.
With scratches covering her arms and legs, the girl pressed through the pain and made her way forward. The road ahead was arduous, but she was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
But just as she was drawing near her destination, a huge stretch of thorns and brambles suddenly came into view. Despair set in and began to weigh on her heart.
If only someone could help me, I would give anything in return.
The girl's heartfelt wish in her moment of desperation did not go unheard.
Wait! There's no mechanism for the final thicket!
Ugh, I must have forgotten to check those boards.
According to the story, those thickets should be gone from the stage now, right?
Yes, total oversight on my part. What a pain.
I can help! Traveler, catch! It's a Jumpy Dumpty!
The girl's heartfelt wish did not go unheard. For a Jumpy Dumpty, who was passing by, helped to clear a path for her.
Oh, thank you, Jumpy Dumpty.
And so the girl continued her journey deeper into the forest. But what she found there was not a lamp, but a mage glowing with fire. So, just to clarify, it was supposed to be the mage who helped burn a path through the thicket.
Save it for the end, man!
The mage took pity on the girl and handed her a bottle. Then, the mage began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The fiery mage had an adventurous spirit and enjoyed taking long journeys. On one such journey, while taking rest in an oasis, she found a beautiful bottle by a crescent-shaped lake.
Klee, quick, get in the light.
She was an extraordinary mage, with the power to grant people their wishes. She turned the bottle into a thing of equally extraordinary power. But the only place that it could make wishes come true was inside of the bottle.
Oh me, oh my! Look at this wonderful bottle of mine! It could make a fine toy. But better still, a sojourner's home.
The fiery mage blew into the bottle, allowing it to grant one single wish outside its glass walls.
Oh, am I supposed to blow into it? Wow, it lit up!
A flame was kindled within the bottle, and it began to glow a fiery red, just like the mage herself. After the mage finished telling her story, she disappeared, leaving only the bottle behind.
A magic bottle that can grant wishes. And I wish to leave this place and go somewhere where no one will ever find me again.
And then? The bottle seemed to softly inquire.
I don't know.
The flame in the bottle faded as the girl's single wish was granted, and she found herself in the middle of the desert, far away, where no one could ever find her. When the Dagger Bandit listened to her story, he sighed in disappointment that the flame with the power to grant wishes outside of the bottle had already died.
But this doesn't make sense. If it truly granted my wish, then nobody should have been able to find me here.
Maybe they shouldn't. The desert is difficult and dangerous to navigate, but I was determined to make it, no matter what.
Then take this bottle with you for your trouble. It may be able to grant you your wish, though sadly, only within the confines of the bottle itself.
All I wish for is light.
Honoring the bandit's request, the girl wished for light inside the bottle, and sure enough, it lit up. They found that while the light was only generated within, it could nonetheless shine through the glass and reach anywhere in the outside world.
Even though it doesn't burn as brilliantly as the light that shone before, this is still an extraordinary light. What will you do after I take the bottle?
I don't know.
Well, then maybe you should come back with me.
With no reason to refuse, the girl accompanied the Dagger Bandit back to the land where the light did not shine, They brought light to that place, and the darkness was dispersed, and they lived happily ever after.
And we're done! Seems the show went pretty well. Mr. Honorary Knight! Didn't I do great? I felt like I really was the fiery mage! Wow, great costume, Glee! As soon as Paimon saw your shadow, she thought straight away, what a cute hat! Glee loves it! Thanks, Mr. Zosimos! Oh, wait, no, I mean, Mr. Director.
Mr. Director? Huh! No one's ever called me that before. Thank you, my dear little mage. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy.
Miss Dia said that she tailored it a little bit so it would fit me, but you were the one who designed and made it. You're amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. And it sounds like
It was nothing really. Just one of those, oh no, whatever shall I wear to the ball moments. Sewing comes in handy at times like that.
sewing is an art in its own right. You're more talented than you give.
Really? Oh, I'm just gonna go for a second. Please, chat amongst yourselves.
She gets embarrassed so easily. She really can't handle being in the spotlight.
Idia's a sensitive person and doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. I hope all the excitement hasn't brought her to tears.
Don't worry. I'll go make sure she's okay.
So, what did you all think of the play?
Huh? Uh-oh.
Oh, absolutely! I had the courage to ask.
Okay, Paimon will go first. So, the dialogue at the beginning was pretty good, but it ran out of steam as the story went on. Paimon could tell that you ran out of inspiration. The characters were honestly a little bit ridiculous. Paimon didn't get...
Yes, all very good points, Paimon. I would add that in its attempt to pay tribute to the series 1,000 Nights, all semblance of a
Miss Idia, what are...
Oh, you know, I return like the tide when people start to...
Huh. Especially when it has...
Mm-hmm. But there was one thing. You think so? I thought I...
Idia, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, sure. Excuse me for a moment. Back to you, Paimon. Keep up the good criticism.
Okay, in that case, Paimon did have one other...
Let's hear it. Taking criticism on the chin is all part of...
The ending was all wrong. The girl's motives were clear and simple the whole way through. It was kind of jarring when all she had to say was, I don't... And doesn't anyone else find it weird how her whole community was on the run?
I'm fine. I'm not going to improve without feedback. I also learned a lot this time with the chance to be off stage. To be honest, it was...
What a great attitude. You don't seem upset at all by our comments.
I wouldn't say I'm completely unaffected, but you're only speaking the truth.
Still, now that Paimon thinks...
That's perfectly fine. Nothing is... We all use our imaginations when we're kids, right? Fast forward to now, and in many ways, I'm still that same little kid. Of course, a director can accomplish nothing without a cast and crew. So on that note, I want...
Hey, don't mention it. We had a blast.
Okay, here, take this.
It's the bottle from the show. The one that lit up.
That's right. Can you guess the secret behind why it...
Oh, maybe there's an invisible fairy and...
Bingo! You guessed it.
That should do the trick. Oh, wait, this needs tightening up a little.
This outfit's more fashionable than I imagined.
Excuse me, everyone. Do you have a moment? Especially you, Zosimos. Idia wants to do
A dream come true?
Yes. She said that as useless as she is, she wants to do something for you as her words, not mine. I'd have to disagree, though. I have never thought of Idea as a useless person.
How is this suddenly about me? If everybody is ready, then I'd like to invite tonight's male lead to take the stage. Ta-da! Wow! Cool! Kaya's turned into...
How is me?
Don't be silly. If I know art direct...
Well, then I'm happy to oblige. Who am I?
Zosimos drew up countless designs and made a few prototypes before landing on this one. It just needed some
Oh, I'm so...
How are you doing? Recovered?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you again.
Oh, please, don't mention it. Well, can I keep wearing my
Please do, by all means.
Yay! Kaya, keep...
I agree with our...
Sure. I think I can be a bandit.
Bye-bye, Mr.
Take care, my...
Time to go. Useless.
Oh, Eula and Kale! You got back before us!
Yes. Idea had the water droplet send us a message just as the show was coming to an end, so we came back here to wait for you.
How is Lessig? He finished all the maintenance work, but it took a lot out of him. He's now fast asleep in his room.
Oh,
Consider it his atonement.
if you say so. Okay.
Isn't this where we first met Water Droplet?
Correct. The core of the Valyrian Mirage is the largest streaming projector of all.
Whoa, so everything we've seen is correct. So to fix it, same process as usual, right?
Exactly.
It's hard to forget after doing it so many...
Let's get going. This is the final step.
Yay! Suddenly...
The hub consists of these components. All you need to do is place them onto the foundation in the right shape.
The right shape? But we've never seen what it looks like.
Oh, don't worry about it. Close enough will do. As long as it can spin, it'll be fine. Should be fine. I think.
I guess it'll be...
Something that spins.
It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle.
What's making that shadow? Is it the rope? I feel like the rope should go from one part to another to connect them together.
If I remember correctly, I think they're supposed to... So maybe that's the candy box. But why isn't it turning?
The components are back in the core, and the hub is... That's all we needed to do. Like any wound, it...
Really? I thought that with your special abilities, you could get it turning again right away.
What?
Huh? All of us are dying to see it. Not just how the domain looks when it's fixed, but also Idea.
I want to see Idea using her magic powers, too!
What are you guys talking about? And how is Kleon on this, but Paimon isn't?
They're referring to our mascot's true form.
As I've said all along, there's much more to Idea than she gives herself credit for. She has a very special power.
Did you notice right away, General? I only found out when I was chatting with you.
So our general was the first to notice. It seems like she's more perceptive than she lets on.
I'd say the same about you, Kaya.
What the? All of you? No, it's just... For people who stumble upon this place by accident, I think my current form is... What? What is it? And whatever it is, how the heck does everyone know about it?
Well, for one thing, I sensed elemental energy in the residents here. Then my mind started to wander as I was reading a storybook. And suddenly, I had a thought. Since hydro-eidolons can change into any...
You hit the nail on the head. All right, in that case... I am an Oceanid who was exiled here when the former Hydro Archon passed away. Wow, Idea! Now that I'm in my true form, I suddenly feel a little embarrassed talking to you all.
You look stunning. You should be flaunting this look at...
Oh, come on, I'm too shy. Wait, so does this mean that all the people we met in here...
I'm guessing that the human counterparts to these Hydro alter egos are alone.
That's right. When they wanted to leave, I took them to the... The components are, in fact, gifts that they gave to me before they left. But I'm always curious about what brings people here. So I used the streaming...
The power to grant wishes, but only with...
Exactly.
It's a truly extraordinary life.
I've just realized something. When the components fell, it was after the components landed where they'd...
So now that the components have been retrieved... Don't worry, they'll be quite safe. However much we might criticize each other or get into... I had so much fun in the choo-choo cart and hanging out with Mr. Me neither. I'll always remember... Very good. But it's probably time I set this week... This one's all yours, Idea. Our magical mascot. Please, what? That's strange. Nothing happened. Oh, crumbs. Not now. Not right. Oh. Someone get me a bottle. I'm heading... You're already in... What now? This was the only way.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Yes, General...
If it's okay with you, would you let me borrow the Shin...
the Shinro... Here.
Wow! A huge shell! It's the relic that Kokomi mentioned earlier! So... It was once a ritual vessel used for making offerings in the Moon Shrine. Several centuries ago, the relic was lost when the last prefect of Yashiori died. The pearl that goes with it should be able to sense the casket's location. But when, unbeknownst to any...
Well, imagine it was a sound instead of light.
Oh! I get it now. The shell... I understand now, too. The core has been wearing out recently. That's why you were able to follow the pearl all the...
To get back to the story, without the offerings at the shrine, this vessel quickly loses its... Yet countless people who have visited...
Wow!
It is. Powerful enough to help you.
But... what...
It's simple. We just need to... For example... And my wish is... Idea, what do you wish?
Me? My wish is that all those who have sojourned to the Valurian Mirage in the past, even though I know full well that trying to build a rail... And I know that despite that somehow...
Okay, the combined power of our hopes and dreams is at your disposal.
Look! The wheel's been fixed!
Come on, hurry! Everyone's praise and curiosity.
Please don't say that.
Yeah, and you weren't. I have friends like that too. Other people, if you ask me. Please, no more praise. I'm really not comfortable with it. Someone like me doesn't.
Well, at least the domain is fixed.
What's the matter?
I suddenly have loads and. Is there a way to get up on top of? There is a way, but there's only space for a very. That's okay. I can go up by myself. But it'd be more fun with Mr. On. Are we sure about this? What happens if we fall off? Well, yeah, but... Don't worry. I'll be there to make sure... Next time, you need to bring Khaenri'ah and the others up here. Sure thing. Whenever people have to leave this domain, I like to come up here and spend some time alone after I've seen them out. They're always overjoyed when they first arrive and start bringing their imaginations to life. But once they realize that they can't take anything home with them, they get upset. Some of them can't bear to leave. Others regret ever setting foot in this place.
Do you ever get sad?
I feel lonely at times. A lot of people destroy everything they created before leaving. But before they left, they asked me to make...
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know how they're faring in the outside world, but just the thought that one day they might achieve their dreams and live on the... It feels like I'm here waiting for them in the future. I just think that every dream, every wish is like a flame in a... Whether someone is still working towards their dream or living it already, as long as whenever they think back to that spark of light with... Well, I feel super... Then I guess I finally paid Alice back after all these years. Funny to think I've been in the middle of a desert this whole time. Time for Paimon to give you a nickname! Mud Fairy! Watch out for Idea the Mud mock me. Roar! I'll gobble you up in one mouthful! I'm still embarrassed to have shown you my uglier side, but I'm glad the Valorium Mirage is up and running again. This place is going to be bustling with activity again soon enough. I hope you'll take some time to enjoy yourselves.
Yep, I want to get everyone for one last ride on the choo-choo cart.